I think one of the things Steve's going to be remembered for after he retires from the university is his passion. His passion for the students, for the faculty, for the A.Q. Miller School. Steve's been a part of all of them since the 1970s, when he came here as an undergraduate and then later as a graduate student. Steve is just wonderful, and he's a marvelous person. He's a gentleman and a gentleman.
Steve developed his passion for journalism and broadcasting at a young age. As a grade school student, Steve edited and published a neighborhood newspaper. At just 16 years of age, Steve got a job reporting news for KALN Radio in Iola, Kansas. He worked his way into KALN's full-time staff as a copywriter and announcer and became program director before leaving to finish his college degree at K-State. During his time at K-State, Steve worked on student radio station KSDB-FM and afterwards at KJCK-AM in Junction City, eventually becoming the station's program director before graduating with a bachelor's degree in journalism in 1975. Following graduation, Steve joined the staff of KSAL in Salina, initially as program director of KYEZ and then as an on-air personality on KSAL. After working for over 2 years in Salina, Smethers transferred to Grand Island, Nebraska to serve as operations manager at KRGI. In 1978, Steve returned to Kansas as part of a group that bought KNBI Radio in Norton. Smethers managed the station, where he immediately changed the call letters to KQNK, established news and sports departments, inaugurated live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports, established a professional air sound, and immersed the station in local public affairs programming. These efforts put KQNK in the profit margin by the second year of ownership. In 1983, Smethers and his colleagues sold the much-improved station, and he returned to K-State to earn a master's degree, graduating in 1985. During this time, Steve discovered his love for teaching as he taught full classes in radio and television at the university. After graduating, Steve accepted a faculty position at Northwest Missouri State University, where he taught for 3 years. He then went on to continue teaching while working on his PhD at the University of Missouri, earning the doctor status in 1991. In 1992, he joined the faculty in the School of Journalism and Broadcasting at Oklahoma State University, where he spent 10 years teaching broadcasting classes. He also served as the director of the department's graduate program. In 2002, Smethers returned to K-State as a professor, and in 2019 became the director of the A.Q. Miller School of Journalism. During his time as a professor at K-State, Smethers has held positions as KSDB-FM advisor, head of the radio-TV sequence, associate director of undergraduate studies, and associate director of graduate studies. Smethers has also led the effort of continuously updating the K-State curriculum to coincide with the changes in the industry. From 2006 to 2014, Smethers coordinated the Great Plains Radio History Symposium, which highlighted the legacy of broadcasting in Kansas and adjoining rural Midwestern states. Smethers' research has been published in such journals as the Newspaper Research Journal, Journal of Radio Studies, American Journalism, the Online Journal of Rural Research and Policy, and Grassroots Editor.
Steve, one of my favorite things about Steve Smethers is his sense of humor. When you're in Kedzie Hall and you're almost any place in the building, you can hear Steve talking to students, you can hear him laughing. He has a really contagious laugh. I like some of the sayings that he comes up with, like happy as a hog in fresh mud, things like that. I also admire the fact that he is interested in the legacy of radio in Kansas. He was responsible for the Great Plains Radio History Symposium that we had several years at K-State, but he's also interested in students learning about new technology, and he's interested in inspiring them to become future broadcasters of Kansas and the nation.
Few people have championed community journalism in Kansas as strongly as Professor Steve Smethers. It's a passion that he's ingrained into each of the hundreds of students he's taught over the years, and I'm so proud to count myself among them. Congratulations, Dr. Smethers, and thank you for helping me find my passion for community journalism.
So, Steve Smethers, what can you say about a man that has everything? He's got a fierce intellect, a great smile, and has always been an inspiration to everybody that has ever had the privilege of being taught by him. He actually took on a battle-scarred veteran and turned around, and I am living my dream life with my dream job, and largely to the faculty and the trust and confidence that Steve had in me initially, which was just a fantastic building block. So congratulations, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
I guess, all I really want to say is, congratulations to Steve. He's well deserving of this recognition. And I just wish him all the best in his retirement, too.